Hi everybody, it's Invaderzim here, and we are going to be doing a new Let's Play over Dungeon Keeper 2, one of the all-time most bestest games ever. But the first thing that needs to be addressed is the fact that there are blinking words on your screen, and you probably don't like it, and you're thinking, I'm not going to watch this because there are blinking words. But unfortunately, Dungeon Keeper 2 is not very compatible with newer computers. And unfortunately, whenever I run Dungeon Keeper 2, the title screen and a couple of other things throughout the game will blink. Usually the gameplay is fine. The only way that I can stop that is if I run Dungeon Keeper 2 alone. I can't run any other programs in the background, and unfortunately, in order for you guys to follow me through this awesome epic adventure, we need to have a screen recorder going on at all times. So hopefully that doesn't bother you guys too much. But so without further ado, we are going to jump into a new campaign, and I'm going to introduce you guys to my new co-commentator. So here he is.
Smilesville. Welcome, Keeper. Before you lies a happy and carefree realm. The local champion, Lord Antonius, holds the first portal gem you require. Learn how to construct a dungeon, and build up your forces so that you can crush Lord Antonius and wipe the smile from his face.
And wipe the smile from his face, indeed. So that is the Mentor. He will be commentating as well. I love the Mentor. The Mentor is awesome. I was actually tempted to do this Let's Play and just not have me at all, and I was just going to do a no commentator thing. Either way, I was not going to commentate. There was going to be no commentating at all, and I was going to just play the game, and you guys could listen to the music. The ambiance is just absolutely fantastic, and he explains pretty much everything. But I decided that I was going to at least get in a word here or there. So we are going to go kill Lord Antonius.
Behold, your dungeon heart. Protect it well, for if it is destroyed, you will be banished forever from this land.
Indeed, that would be bad. Don't want any banishing going on.
Here walks the goodly Lord Antonius. 'Tis he who holds the precious portal gem, but only when you've mustered strength sufficient should you challenge him and claim your prize.
Awesome. And he is sparkling like the kingly prince man that he is.
Lair.
Alright, so this is your dungeon heart. Now your dungeon heart is your main... Okay, we'll talk about gold then.
Click on the flashing seam of gold. Your imps will dig out the area you designate.
I can tell me and him, we're not going to be the best
and now your faithful
friends.
Imps will carry back your gold to Dungeon Heart. Once here, it can be spent. The golden scale atop the screen keeps track of your reserves.
Yes.
A start indeed, but more gold is required. 12,000 units should be mine.
Alright, let me talk for a second. So yeah, he's right. Up here is, up in the top is your gold, and over here is your mana. Back to the Dungeon Heart though, there's a couple things that need to be said about your Dungeon Heart. It holds 16,000 pieces of gold, units of gold, whatever you want to call them, and... if your Dungeon Heart dies, you are obviously, as he said, destroyed.
Red flowers float above your imps. These give measure to their health. Their skill acquired and reflect the simple thoughts within.
Yep, so basically those flowers above your creatures or your imps are their health bars, and as the flowers go down, then if they go all the way down, they'll become unconscious. There will be one blinking flower. Little flower leaf thing, and the whole thing will start blinking.
Keeper. You are ready to recruit more creatures to your cause. See? A portal near your dungeon heart to where your imps must dig. They'll claim this portal to be yours. You'll see what beasts emerge.
Alright, so the creatures come out of this here portal, and the portal is extremely important. Each portal has a max amount of creatures that can come out of it. If you don't want a creature,
full of gold. No more than
you can throw it back.
Can it hold?
Oh, me and him are going to be fighting over who's going to be talking. So let's go ahead and build our lair.
A place of rest where creatures sleep to calm their tempers and restore their health. Your lair is built. Now right-click to cancel building mode.
Building mode is this thing right here. You can basically click and it gets rid of it. So we have a lair, and we also have a hatchery. We're going to build a hatchery in a second. Basically, as I was saying about, first of all, the dungeon heart, and then back to the little health bars. The dungeon heart is basically, if it dies, you lose. It can hold 16,000 gold. It generates 4 imps for you. You have your little imps down here. We have our creatures tab and our rooms tab. Basically, this means this number is how many imps we have. This number is how many imps are idle. This number is how many imps are busy, and this number is how many imps are fighting. And that's the total number. Your dungeon heart automatically spawns 4 imps. We'll get a spell later that can give us more, but at the moment we can only have 4 imps. And we should have a creature coming up soon, so that'll be nice. So we want to build a bigger lair. We can't build in spots that our imps haven't claimed yet, so we can pick up our imp.
You've picked a creature up.
And toss him down.
Right-click anywhere on your land. Behold your portal, the gate through which new creatures enter your domain, drawn forth to use the rooms which you provide. Look well, a goblin has entered your domain. On his own, he is a cowardly beast, but in a horde becomes a useful fighting.
Indeed he does. I love goblins. The most useful creature, or useless creature, excuse me. 2 different words completely that you can find, besides maybe a fly, but we'll get into that later. Something to note about the lair is it's one of the rooms that it does not matter in what shape you build it at all. Certain rooms need to be built in certain shapes, or at least they perform their tasks better.
Are rested, but hungry. Dig out the flashing area and build a hatchery for food.
I already have an area for
built a lair for sleep.
A hatchery. It's over here, buddy.
Progress, keeper. See? Your goblins are well rested in their lair, and their bellies full with juicy chicken flesh. Now keep watch, for very soon more goblins will arrive, and then your numbers will be strong enough to challenge Lord Antonius.
Indeed. Alright, so as I was saying, the lair can be built in any shape, form, any kind of weird, like I could build it way over here if I wanted to, and it would work the same basically. Each slot can be put up by 1 creature's bed, or can, have 1 creature's bed. But things like this work better if they are usually in room form. Basically, each 3x3 here, let me get out this. Each 3x3 produces a little house, which in turn produces more chickens. They aren't there just for effect, they actually do things.
The servants of
oh no!
have broken through your walls, and you can move your gaze to see them now by right-clicking on the flashing blade.
Alright, so you can right-click here.
For it is only dwarves, who, feeble as they are, pose little threat against your goblins.
Yeah, so dwarfs are pretty weak. They're pretty much the equivalent to imps. They do more damage a little bit, and they're slower.
Enemy dwarfs are being crushed. Observe the white health flowers which appear above them. When they're near to death, you'll see that only one last petal shows.
Yep. So your creatures will do that as well, and basically that means that they're unconscious. Your imps can come and get them and take them to places. If we had a prison, we could put them in there and then decide their fate, but at the moment we can't do anything with them. If one of your creatures gets knocked out, if one of your imps can reach him, they will take him back to his or her lair, and he or she will be perfectly fine. But back down to here what I was saying about the hatchery. It can be a 3x3 creates 1 house, but if you add 2 more blocks to it, there would be. If we had 1 more block, there'd be another house.
Challenge Lord Antonius for his portal gem. Tunnel north and you will find your smug opponent skulking in his keep.
Alright, so north is up this way. You can tell by this little beautiful mini map down here. But if we could build 1 more over, we would get 2 more houses, and they actually do produce chickens. Usually it doesn't really matter, but for this room it doesn't really matter. But for certain rooms, You'd be surprised. So we'll get into that later. But we're going to travel up north to fight Lord Antonius and kick his hiney, like the real dungeon keepers that we are. I don't know why I'm building such a big lair, but
Away, keeper! You shall not taint Smilesville with your evil ways!
He speaks, the feeble Lord Antonius. See how the petals of his white health flower are softly shook. This marks him down as your prime target. Take him out.
alright. Look at all of our goblins mobbing this one landlord person. And they're leveling up. The number up there means how high their level is.
Lord Antonius is fallen. The portal gem lies aside his helpless form, in wait for Horny to collect it so it's yours. And comes he now.
Alright. Horny is awesome. Oh my. There's a wall there. Horny is like our little demon man. I'm not sure. Basically, he's like this badass demon-looking thing with a scythe. He's kind of like if you took the devil and crossed it with the Grim Reaper. I think you would get Horny. And he was trying to collect all of these gems that each of the land hero people have. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in a bit.
Devise new spells in the library. The training room lets creatures improve their combat skills. Hot lips. Well done, Keeper. You have successfully ended the life of Lord Antonius, and you have claimed your first portal gem as well. This is a most promising start.
Alright, so we got a total evil rating of 114,000. We didn't find the special. We killed him before we found it, but we did actually uncover it. It was over... Basically, I think it was a level up. Basically, it raises all your creatures by 1 level. And here are all of our beautiful stats. And that's about it. So, as I said, thank you guys so much for watching. And next time, we will conquer the next piece of land. So, catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and bye.